Hello, everyone. This is Robert Landau, Live Life Well TV host, and this is a special holiday episode of How to Be Okay When Things Aren't that we call How to Make It Through the Holidays Part 1. Stay tuned. What this episode is all about is part 1 of 2 that will help you make it through this time of year. I've got some very easy to implement tips that I hope may be of help to you, particularly during this time of year. So, how to make it through the holidays part 1 begins with this important tip: keep your expectations modest. So many people want this Christmas to be just like last Christmas, or to be just like the Christmas of 5 years ago, or to be like the Christmas we all grew up having. Well, things change. Life is fluid. Things change in the drop of a bucket, right? And so if this Christmas doesn't look like it's going to be everything that you wanted Christmases in the past to be, don't let that bother you. Make the most out of what you can bring to the table, so to speak, literally and figuratively, this Christmas. Make this Christmas special with what you have inside and without. Don't compare it to any other Christmas past or anyone else's Christmas, past or present. Christmas is about you, but Christmas is also what you choose to make it into. So be easy on yourself, give yourself a break, and as always, just do the best you can. That's more than enough. Here's another tip for you on how to make it through the holidays. Do something different this year than you did last year or in previous years. Sometimes tradition, sometimes making every Christmas the same as it has always been, can kind of be your own worst enemy because things change. So do something different this Christmas. Your brain will like the change, right? Habits sometimes cannot be so great. So my question to you is this: what can you do this Christmas that you have not done any other Christmas that would make it wonderful? Surely there's 1 or 2 things that you can do, even if it's just planning a visit with friends or residents that you didn't or haven't done as of yet. That's something new. Watching a new Christmas special on TV. There are all kinds of little new things that you can do to make this Christmas special, to make this Christmas different than any other Christmas before it. Here's another how to make it through the holidays tip: don't assume the worst. How we talk to ourselves within ourselves makes a huge difference in what we experience on the outside of ourselves. So don't assume the worst. You're already planning for something negative that hasn't even happened yet. And it won't happen if you don't keep thinking about it. So maybe assume the best. Don't assume the worst. That's up to you. It takes the same amount of energy to think positively about something as it does to think negatively about something. And as always, the choice is always yours. Next up, I love this one: forget the unimportant stuff. We got enough to worry about, not only during this time of year, but any time of year. Forget the unimportant stuff. Don't be anal about stuff. Let things be, relax, be in the moment, settle in and smile. Don't run yourself ragged just to live up to holiday tradition or other people's expectations of what they think your holiday should be. Important to think about, huh? And here's one more: volunteer, give back. Now, that doesn't mean, and you probably couldn't this year anyway because of COVID, that does not mean getting dressed and going out and volunteering at the Red Cross. I mean, it'd be wonderful if you could, but what I mean when I say volunteer and give back is with your fellow residents. Volunteer to help them have a great holiday period. Give back what has been given to you. You have so many gifts that have been given to you throughout the course of your life. Maybe some of you like to bring joy to others. Maybe some of you really care deeply, passionately about those around you. That's what I mean about volunteering. If you happen to see a resident or anyone, anywhere, down in the dumps, stop what you're doing for just 2 minutes and go over to them and just say, hey, happy holidays. Or tell them you care in a number of ways. Show them you care in a number of ways. The coolest thing about volunteering, the coolest thing about giving of your heart, giving back, is when you give of your heart, you get back double in return. So, if you do any one or more of these simple tips as to how to make it through the holidays, boy, you're going to make it through the holidays and then some. I'll have more tips for you next week in part 2 of how to make it through the holidays, a special holiday 2-part series of how to be okay when things aren't. So, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a wonderful December. Have a wonderful year. Happy holidays. It's up to you to make the most of them. This has been Robert Landau, Live Life Well TV host, and I thank you for spending this time with me. We'll see you on the next episode. God bless.